Well, hello, babies. Hi. Hi, my darlings. My little cutie pies. My little dump truck mommies and daddies. Yes. Okay. This is a general message, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what it is. You know how to use your own discernment and intuition. If it's not your message, then it's not your message, okay, babes? All right. The song I got on shuffle is Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy by Big and Rich. Yeah. Dum da dum da dum da dum da da. Well, I walk into the room, passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy a bar a double round of Crown, and everybody's getting down in this town. Ain't never gonna be the same. 'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city. I make a lot of noise 'cause the girls they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, "Save a horse, ride a cowboy." Well, I don't give a dang about nothing. I'm singing and bling blinging while the girls are drinking. Long necks down. And I wouldn't trade old Leroy or my Chevrolet for your Escalade or your freak parade. I'm the only John Wayne left in this town. Okay. What I'm getting here is if you want to, so like the first card that came out is the Magician, right? If you want to manifest, because like my feeling is there's still some subconscious stuff with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse that, you know, it's like you don't deserve it, the manifestations you're trying to create with this Magician, or you're not living it, right? And there's some like confidence stuff because we have and well, what I'm getting overall is this Three of Cups, this Three of Curses in this deck is you might still be holding on or like keeping yourself small because of the people you're around. Like, well, I don't want to be like showy, or I don't want to embarrass myself because I'm living what like, so they say if you want to have it, you got to live it, right? So it's like something with the people you're around, your community, that's keeping you from living it and like truly believing that you deserve it. Because we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, which is like a lie, and the Six of Wands in reverse as well, and that's like insecurities. So it's a lie. Your insecurities are a lie, basically. So anything that you're like feeling like, oh, I don't want to be like showy, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, like that's keeping you. So I'm seeing this is the Seven of Wands in reverse. I'm seeing this, it's Seven of Beasts in this deck. But see how like the little dude in this picture, I'll put it up right so maybe you can see it. The little guy is like talking all kinds of shit, right? To this big thing. So you're not allowing yourself to get big, to be big, take up space. And there needs to be a death to that with this death card at the bottom of the deck. You need to release that and actually live it. Take up space, however that means. And you might be saying like, oh, I already take up space. There's somewhere else in your life that you're holding back. Maybe you don't speak your truth in certain situations, or, you know, you're not living exact like this little part of your life where you're trying to manifest, you're not living it. You're not feeling it. You're not truly believing that you deserve it. You're not allowing yourself to be big. And I'm seeing that as like being your higher, like aligning with your higher self to get this stuff. So, you know, how it says, well, I walk into the room passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. Like, live that you're a freaking millionaire, billionaire. Like, live it. Like, you need to like start acting like it. Like, whatever life you want, start like feeling into that and acting like it. Take up space. You know, don't be afraid to be like judged, you know, by this community of what people said, like, oh, I don't want people to like think I'm superficial or whatever. Because that's what I'm thinking is like you're hung up on something subconsciously that's keeping you from acting out, like being living and emanating your goals, your manifestations. You're not living it because something is keeping you in the smaller self instead of just taking up all the space and, you know, being like, yeah, slinging that dick around. Like, I've got a big one and I'm here for it. Like, what's up? I'm the shit. So you need to get into that. Like, ride on your horse and just show them what's up. Like, balls out, just show them what's up. Like, don't be afraid to take up space. And it might just be something with yourself as well, like how you act with yourself that it like I'm trying to think of an example because it's more of just a feeling that I'm having, but like I'll read some of the song and maybe it'll come to me. And this town ain't never gonna, okay, so, and I buy the bar a double round of Crown and everybody's getting down, and this town ain't never gonna be the same. Because I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city. I make a lot of noise because the girls are so pretty. Like, don't be afraid to make noise. Don't be afraid to speak up, talk about shit. Just live it. Like, go be your extravagant self. Like, don't let this community, these people around you, like, they're just jealous for one and living in lack also, so they want you in that, and they're living from their smaller self than their higher self, and they're not wanting to take up space. They're not working on their confidence, because this, you need to have all of this like 360 spherical healing done on yourself to get like these big MF, and I'm trying not to say the F word as much because apparently YouTube doesn't like that anymore. My stuff doesn't. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean. So like, damn it, I got off the rails there. My bad. Oh yeah. So if you need to like be spherically 360 all the way around aware and working on your, you know, healing and stuff to get these big ass manifestations that are coming in. And there's only like, you have to, for one, put yourself out there. So like, say you're like, well, I don't want to be flashy. I need to be humble. Like, yeah, be humble, but you can use, if you want this, you have this big dream, you have to start living it and putting yourself out there and being willing to be seen as what that is. Because as when you're not going to get it until you're living it, if that makes sense. So you got to stop thinking like, oh, people are going to think that I'm like materialistic or whatever. Like, that is holding you back. And I have a feeling that you're like, oh, well, I don't do that. Look a little deeper, because I guarantee there's something holding you back somewhere. That's why this manifestation hasn't come on in. Come on in. It hasn't come in yet, because there's some little thing holding you back here. And we gotta look at that. You gotta look at that. You gotta look, I mean, because no one is fully healed. No one is fully confident. There's always little insecurities that we got to keep working on. Shadow aspects of ourselves that are always going to show up. That's part of being in our physical body, is we're undoing all of the trash. So you got to keep working on it. I'm having sudden like wrist pain, and I actually looked that up the other day, and apparently it means like one of the things it could mean is you're being impatient, and there's harbored emotions. So like the two things there could, so that's telling me both things here. is you're being impatient about your manifestation when you should be focusing on like the right now and like what are you projecting out energetically, and what like emotions and like traumas and old thought forms, old thought patterns need to be like transmuted into something else, or worked through. Yeah, so that's interesting because like I didn't have wrist pain until like right just then, so that's very interesting, both of them too. So you might have a problem with taking action in regards to like acting and living what you want, being it, eating, shitting, breathing, sleeping what you want to be. And there, since I also had the left one, that's like receiving. So there might be some unconscious, you know, part of receiving, like, because if you're, there's still something there, it's gonna be on hold. It's gonna be in that queue, that waiting period, that line, 11:11 on the clock before it comes in. So you got to work on that receiving part. Like, do you truly, wholeheartedly, like your whole ass essence, does your whole essence, every part of you, believe that you can receive this? And the oracle cards I got here is the Rancher. I will nurture and watch. Oh, sorry. I will nurture others and watch them grow. And I'm seeing this as like you putting yourself out there, like, say this community, like, you don't want them to think whatever, because you're like, well, I don't want them to think I'm superficial, whatever. And it's a subconscious thing, I guarantee. So look a little deeper, dig a little deeper. This is telling me that by you living through this, you are being the leader. You can teach people like, oh, it's okay to want this stuff and it's okay to work through this stuff, because you can still be, a wonderful spiritual person that's working on their like themselves, doing the work, and still like want and have all these things. That's allowed. You're allowed to have whatever the hell you want. And so that's going to teach people like, yes, you can still be a really good person, have a very good life, and still have all this awesome shit and continue to do the work. So like by you showing up and putting yourself out there and being brave and, I'm the only John Wayne left in this town. But while it says, well, I don't give a dang about nothing, I'm singing and bling blinging while the girls are drinking, long necks down. That's saying like, dude, like, oh my God, I just said, dude, use your voice. Like, go out there, like, be yourself, say whatever you want. Like, express yourself. If you feel that you need to like put, that might be like say something. You feel the urge to go out and be like, I want this. Or, say you're going to talk to somebody that you're interested in, just do it. Like, just say it, be chaotic, like, and be okay with what outcome comes. Because that, you need to be fully like confident in yourself and following those like urges, those intuitive hits, to like follow that stuff. That's how you're gonna follow this little path to your manifestation. And you're gonna lead, the herd to a higher vibration. You're meant to show people like, this shit's real. There's more than just what meets the eye here. You can manipulate the world around you. You can manipulate energy to make it work for you. And we have the space pirate. I will find the silver lining in whatever life throws at me. See how she's like missing an eye? So I'm seeing that as like, yes, you've been hurt before, you've been made fun of before, like people have like used your authenticity against you, stuff like that. But the only way, like, you're still not living your true potential if you're holding stuff back. And it might be like some deep rooted stuff that you're holding on to. You're like, well, I'm authentic now, but there might be something that happened when you were like 7 and that you still hold on to, that needs to be looked at and uprooted. So that might be why you act a certain way, and it never feels right because there's always some like tension, or it doesn't feel like you're flowing when you act in that way, but there's no other way that you know how to act. So those are things to look at. Speaking authentically, acting authentically, putting yourself out there no matter what people say. Make a lot of noise. Be wild, be chaotic, and like truly be okay with that. Like, no, don't hold back. No bumpers on that. No fences, baby. Unbridled chaos. Just be your crazy ass self. And the starship captain, I will lead others with confidence and humility. So this is exactly what it is. See how she has that third eye? That's following your intuition and being tapped into the universe, you know, Most High, your spirit team, whatever, with this being the space, the starship captain. Your ability to trust that you can literally jump timelines. You can get in your little spaceship, jump a fucking timeline, and have whatever you want. Be crazy, be chaotic, whatever. Just be yourself. And if you feel that you need to speak up or something, do it. Or just like act in a way to like live your manifestations, your world, like what your divine inheritance is. To receive it, you gotta live it. So that's not caring, and I don't give a dang about nothing. Don't care what anybody thinks. And that's like, this message is coming up because I guarantee you're like sitting here like, well, I don't have anything. I'm chaotic. I'm this, I'm that. I guarantee there is something that holds you back because no one is fully like in that. There's always something we can work on. There's always some shadow aspect. There's always something. And I guarantee there's some little tiny ass thing that happened, or, you know, a big thing, whatever, that you're just suppressing that happened. And that's keeping you in the smaller energy and not allowing you to be fully unbridled yourself. Just, and, you know, leading in this way, being able to just show up and be your true authentic self and like stand tall and be like, yeah, this is me. Yeah, interesting, because we have the pilot too. I will seek out inspiration. When I see her, I always think of "Hello, boys." Like, it's just just like the bad bitch, like captain lady. Like, she's just got that look on her face. Well, hello, boys. Like, I don't know. So that tells me, like, definitely being, especially with that Six of Wands in reverse, being super confident in yourself, your looks, your intellect, your intuition, your skills, you as a person. You make a difference. You matter. You have a perfect, I didn't mean to say perfect. I was going to say a specific, but you're perfect. You have like the most perfect assignment here. And that's just to be you and bring your energy, your authenticity, because that's what we need. We need your authenticity. We need you to show up, stand tall. Yeah, because now that I'm saying that, is like the hello boys. Like, you know, there's a group of people and you're just popping out of your spaceship like, yeah, I just jumped timelines. What it is, ho? Like, no shame here. I'm doing the work. I'm jumping timelines. I'm living what I need to be living to get this manifestation. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm living, eating, shitting, breathing it, sleeping it, whatever part of me, I'm doing it. And that it is. I guess I'll throw another oracle card on here, a little inspiration for my sweet babies, my sweet little babies. I got the biggest dick in the West, baby. Yeah, get into that confidence, be in it. Because there's always work to do, and I guarantee that there's some small thing that you haven't looked at. You know, it's like the the dusty knick-knack from your mama, your grandma, Mima, Nana, whatever you call your grandma, whatever, some knick-knack from her, you know, just covered in dust that you're not looking at. And I mean that, like, and the way it popped up is to me, like, maybe it's some ancestral thing that you have to uncover, you know, dust off, look at, and be like, oh, I can just toss this out. Like, I don't give a shit about this. Oh, perfect. Connection is the only game. So that's telling me stay connected to source. As you are the starship captain, stay connected to Most High, whatever, your spirit team, and listen to that. Don't give a dang about nothing else, okay? While you're singing and bling blinging, while the girls are drinking, long necks down, okay? Just don't care about anything else. Just stay connected, stay dedicated. Even if you look like a freaking crazy person, or you're like told to cut a person out or whatever, and you're like, oh, dude, I've done enough, like, come on. Or, you know, you gotta go buy some specific thing that your spirit team's telling you to get, whatever. Or, you know, you're drawn to act in a certain way one day, or dress in a certain way, be somewhere, you know, show up somewhere, and you're like, oh man, I may not fit in, or whatever. Like, let go of that and just show up, be dedicated, be diligent, be disciplined in what downloads you get, and like what intuitive hits, like little steps you got to take to get to that manifestation. Be dedicated to that. And the fact that this card is all yellow, that's definitely really driving in that confidence. There is something in your confidence you need to work on. So definitely look deep and try acting out with that authenticity, and see if you suddenly get held back with something and you're like, oh, that's where, or you need to like shut your mouth, or, you know, you hesitate. That right there is something you got to work on. And that's where you're going to find this, whatever, grandma's knick-knack, Mima's knick-knack, mama, to undo this. So just, that's going to give you the more chaotic you keep living, and then you go to take a move and you're like, you hesitate and you're like, maybe I shouldn't. That's where that's what it is. So, and that's where you can undo it, and, you know, dust off, throw out grandma's knick-knack. How perfect. Every timeline exists. Choose one to move forward. Yeah. And it's 11, the 11 card. How perfect is that? What a way to end this. So yes, keep jumping timelines. Be your freaking space captain. Whatever the fuck it says. Starship captain. And keep it up, okay? You can jump timelines at any time. You just got to make the choice and live it, breathe it. You got to connect to that frequency. So that's why it's saying, you know, walk into the room passing out $100 bills. Like, be what you want to be. Be chaotic. Be that rich bitch. You know, whatever. Do it. Just live it and feel into that frequency, and that's how you're going to jump that timeline. Okay, babies, have a wonderful day. I love you so much. Bye. Oh.